In this video, I'm going to show you how FOMO actually cost me around $292 this week in my Lucid Prop trading challenge. We're going to break down some trades and my exact statistics from this week. Let's get into it. Before we get into the FOMO statistics and trades, I just want to show you my overall performance from my Lucid trading challenge. I just started like 2 weeks ago, and here, to be transparent with you guys, you can see my actual Lucid trading challenge and my stats. So you can see I just started like at the 27th of February, and now we have March the 12th, and I'm currently $800 and $1 in profit. Here you can see my Lucid Trading Challenge, and here inside of Prop Control you can see the exact statistics of my Lucid Trading Challenge. And yeah, let's dive into my statistics. At first, you can see $800, and with my fixed risk of, or my maximum risk, I would say, I have a maximum risk of $200. I just set it up over here. So inside of the Lucid 50K challenge, inside of Prop Control, you actually can see your max drawdown and your daily loss limit of $500. I put it at $500 in my case. So after 2 full losses, almost, I'm gonna stop trading. And here you can see I put my risk at $200 fix. And then you can see in the dashboard that I'm currently up 4R in my challenge of my $200 of risk over here. And overall, you can see my average risk reward ratio is at 2.23 to 1. But that means not that my average risk reward on my exact $200 is 2 to 1, because on my $200 of my max loss limit, my average risk reward is about around 0.6. So if I risk $200 max, that's my hard stop loss, where the price should never reach into basically, but it can, but it's really my maximum. I often close trades out before it goes into my max stop loss. And here you can see that I usually extract on average around like 0.66 R. And in average, because I close earlier, I have like minus $59 on average loss. So that is why here Prop Control saying my average RR is 2.221, because on my average loss, my RR is like way higher than on my max loss, because I close trades earlier than to just let it run in my maximum stop loss. And last week I did a video about like, oh, so you don't need the biggest win rate actually to pass a prop firm. Here you can see I just have like 37.5% win rate, what's really not much. But I end up in profit, and consistent profits are way more important than your win rate. Fuck win rate. Yeah, it's good for your ego, but at the end, you don't need 80% strike rate to pass a challenge or something. Okay, let's look at my FOMO trades, because I promised you I'm going to show you my FOMO trades that I really entered too early, and that was my most costly mistake this week actually. I could have made like 1.5 R more this week, or like $300. What's really annoying when you know you get in too early. And yeah, basically, here you can see FOMO is my most costly mistake. Yeah, and we can see this because here in the trades journaling, we put the tags on the mistakes or on my setup, and that's all connected to the prop coach, and the prop coach evaluates these stats and these tags and put it all together. And because I had like all these FOMO entries, I marked them, and now here I can see, oh my gosh, like I had a lot of FOMO trades actually. So minus $292, where I just entered too early with my trade and could have waited for the exact setup to appear, where I just entered and yeah, could not stay on my ass and wait until the real confirmations for the trade are there. And that's what's my advice to you. And you can see I'm not trading perfect. I'm trading like profitable for the last 2 weeks, what's really nice, but I still do really costly mistakes, and I could have extracted way more out of my profits. And this is really nice to see. And the important thing is to stay conscious about your flaws in your trading. And if you're not conscious of your flaws in your trading, you will never change anything, and you get stuck in a rabbit hole where you blew up one challenge after another, press the reset button and do the same costly mistakes again, and blew a challenge after a challenge. And that's why I found prop control, because here you can actually see your real statistics based on your flaws in your trading. Yeah, average RR too low on my max risk. Another statistic kind of interesting here. We just saw it at the dashboard, like nothing special here. But overall, my average RR on average risk is over 2R. That's that's very okay. But my goal is to go like to 2.1 of my maximum risk actually. So then on my average loss of $60, I would extract like, or would make like 5 or something on each trade. Oh, what's really interesting here, we do see is the tilt trades, 17 tilt trades in risk management, where I didn't stop after 3 consecutive losses in a row and made another loss. And my max series of losing is 8 losses in a row. So even if I have a nice equity curve over here and end up in profit, I had 8 losses in a row. So that's really interesting for you to take out from this, because you cannot win every time. Even my worst losing streak was 8 losses in a row. They are all small, costly tilt mistakes, where I entered too early, where I entered twice. So in that cases, I did not stop after 3 consecutive losses and made 1 or 2 more losses in that day. So that's also a really costly mistake. Maybe I should have got the video, the title 17 tilt trades with cost of -$1,000, because that all, I think the FOMO trades are calculated inside here. And yeah, overall, I could have made like 5 or 6 or more in over the last, I don't know how many trades it was, over the last 64 trades, I could have made like 1K more of profits. So that's huge. I maybe could have passed the challenge already if I would not do the stupid tilt mistakes where I entered too early and stuff. So here you can see also the commission ratios like pretty high. In general, I do trade micros and not minis to protect my capital, and the commissions are higher than in the minis, but in micro, like in the MES, it's called the micro contract of the S&P 500, the commissions are higher, but I still have a 90% commission ratio because I do trade too much. I do get in and out sometimes, and sometimes I need like 2 to 3 times an entry before the trade really goes. But it's kind of a habit where I have to work on. And finally, let's get into the trade examples. Maybe we take one winner and 1 or 2 losers, or I definitely want to show you what tilt looks like in my case, and we definitely have some tilt over here. Also, I have this tags where I give my setups a tag, and also you can see here I did 2 trades which are not my setup. I closed them instantly after I saw, okay, oh my gosh, that was a tilt trade, and I put a trade in the terminal and instantly closed it. What's really good, because don't let trades run if you feel your impulse coming and you cannot stop the impulse. Get conscious about it and immediately close the trade. Oh, that was my lamp actually. And you should really close this trade and not let it run and hope, because it happens that you get impulsive. It happens. And the more important thing is than just being not impulsive is to stop the impulse after you are conscious and realize that you are tilting. Then stop tilt, realize that you are tilting, and stop it immediately. Big advice at that point. So let's get into the trade example. This was a high Confluence setup. We had like a key level absorption. We saw some level inside the gamma in the options flow. We had stacking, we had imbalance. So everything sets up here for a really, really nice trade for me. And yeah, let's look into it. So we came to my key level. We fished the sellers out. So we had like trapped sellers at that point, and had a huge flush with trapped selling over here. And after that trapped selling, we had aggressive buying afterwards, pushing the price higher in the end of the ETH at that day. And then price did a pullback over here, came to my area of interest, and there I saw the order flow setup happening. So we got a filled order over here, a resting order that got filled from the aggressive sellers. And after that, immediately after this aggressive sellers, we got aggressive buying. And in the context overall, at my level of interest, with the trapped sellers here, aggressive buying before, again trapped sellers, aggressive buying. The only way, or not the only way, but the higher probability way for me was definitely a long, because we had this aggressive buying, we have limit order stacking here, they are craving to get the long fill here, and price is just running up into my profit. That was a really nice trade, but let's have a look on my FOMO trades. That's more important here. So I just want to show you from today what I mean with FOMO and tilting. So here you can see today trading session was a really volatile day. We had this D shape of a volume profile, but we came into my area of interest at that point. I did not know that we're going to have this D shape today. That's why I stopped trading later, because it just had no sense for me to trade this chop. And yeah, here you can see I just had like one enter, another enter in the trade, got out because I was afraid, but the setup was there, or maybe got in too early with a FOMO, fear of missing out at first, then got in again because I thought, okay, this is a high probability setup, closed out for a loss, closed out again for a loss, and then finally the trade run. And yeah, luckily I took the third entry because I was really convinced about it then that the momentum came in and that price goes from here. And yeah, could made around like 1.5 R, and overall was break-even session today. And yeah, later also I would say tilt entries, because here I came under my area of interest, want to go short, but doesn't make sense to go short if you have that aggressive buying over here. And then we did a little pullback. I got short again here because we came to the options level, but at the end still we had this aggressive buying over here, and the only way I should have traded here was the long over here. And sometimes you realize just later what you should have done before, but we don't know in trading what happens next. We can just like be disciplined and take care of our capital, manage our risk, and try to be the best trader we can and improve. And that's why I found prop control, because it's very important to have your statistics in mind and to work on your stats, to be conscious about your flaws and improve your trading. So guys, big thank you for watching, and we're gonna see us next Thursday in my Lucid challenge breakdown again. And if you never want to blow up a challenge again, you should sign up for the 14-day free trial of propcontrol.io. Link is in the description, and please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of this content. See you in the next video.